want you to play tennis, we want you to play sports, but we also want you to understand that you have a long life ahead of you. And a lot of things will happen during that life. Number one, you want to make sure you take care of your education. There's no substitute for education. And I saw a sign coming in, and it said, you know, a lot of people from other countries, you know, they're much more disciplined and, you know, they're much hungrier. Yes, to a certain extent, but in America we have a word called education. Okay? A lot of those boys and girls say we're going to play tennis and sort of put education as a secondary phase. But I believe that you can achieve high goals in sports as well as in education. And there's a lot of talk why America doesn't have, you know, more champions. And basically, they're right on track. And there are probably a couple of ideas that I'd like to tell you, Joe. If I was scouting now throughout America, I'd go find athletes. I'd find boys and girls that love sports, that seem to have the energy to want to go out and play the game. And then I would support them financially, as I did in the beginning of our academy. In 1987, we had 27 boys and girls in the main draw of the U.S. Open, and every one of them were on scholarship. Okay? Every one of them. Tennis is not a cheap sport. It's an expensive sport. So it means when you get out there and your folks are sacrificing and working 2 or 3 jobs to enable you to have an opportunity, you come out here for business, have fun, but it's business. It's business. Everything that you do with a purpose. Every single thing you do. So what I want to tell you about is, in the beginning of tennis or sports, I believe there's nothing more important than techniques. But also, in the beginning, learning how to run and jump, and throw a tennis ball, kick a soccer ball, throw a basketball. All of those things are very good when you're 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. But eventually, if you go into one sport, it looks like your kids seem to be tending towards going into tennis. You have to understand that everybody is different and everybody will play differently. Fortunately, I've been involved, and I saw you sign out there, championess, fantastic. But also, we put a lot of boys and girls into college. 17 of our past students are now coaches at colleges. But don't forget, I've had 10 number ones in the world. Not of Maryland, not of the United States, but of the world. But if I had a choice, I would select the boys and girls who went to college and made an impact on America. So that's the most important thing. Being a champion is important, but being a champion of life is more important. Number 2, you want to take care of yourself. You only have one body and one mind. That's all you have. You want to take care of it. Today, America is facing major problems in child obesity. It's the first time in our history of our country that moms and dads will outlive their children. My wife and I run a camp up in Vermont called Camp Kaizen. We take 28 young girls away for 6 weeks in the summer, then we work with them for 10.5 months through me, emails and phone calls. It's all done through my foundation. Also, I'd like to tell you that I like to give young children opportunities that will never have an opportunity. So my wife and I journeyed to Ethiopia last year, and we have a beautiful new son, and his name is Giovanni Pietro Bollettieri. And you know what we expect from our son? To give another child the same opportunity we're giving him. So he said to us a few weeks ago, "Daddy, Mommy, I want a brother." So we're now in the process of getting him a brother, and his name will be named Giacomo. When you kids think that you have it rough, say things don't go right, or Mommy and Daddy doesn't give you the toy, or take you to the zoo, or take you to the movies that you want. I just visited India, a city called Delhi. boys and girls have zero. Millions and millions of boys and girls have nothing, sleeping in dirt on the streets. So you kids, when everything doesn't go right during the day, you think of those kids that don't have opportunities. Because everything should not be perfect for you kids. You kids got to learn to get through things when everything is going wrong. That's what your parents are hoping that you do. Learn how to deal with things each and every day. Also in our country, boys and girls, we have a lot of violence, we have drugs, we have alcohol, and so forth and so on. Boys and girls, remember what I want to tell you. It's just as easy to say no as it is to say yes. And no matter what family you come from, whether you have money or no money, over the next 5 or 10 years, people will come up to you, boys, girls, elderly people, and try to get you to change your direction in life. Say no. But you have to know who you are to say no. You understand what I'm talking about?